Welcome back to ReneEnergy.com, the premier destination for renewable energy professionals and enthusiasts worldwide. Today marks a watershed moment in hydrogen project development, the launch of something that's about to fundamentally change how hydrogen projects are conceived, analyzed, and brought to market. The clean energy transition has reached a critical inflection point. Governments have committed over $37 billion, while private investors have pledged more than $300 billion to hydrogen projects globally. Yet despite this massive financial backing, the majority of hydrogen projects still struggle with the same fundamental challenges: fragmented tools, scattered intelligence, incomplete financial models, and a steep learning curve that can take years to master. What if there was a solution that could compress that learning curve from years to months? What if the most sophisticated modeling capabilities, comprehensive educational resources, and real-world project intelligence could be accessed from a single platform? What if the barriers that have historically separated newcomers from industry veterans could be dissolved through democratized access to world-class tools and knowledge? That solution exists today. It's called H2 Hub Premium, and it represents the most comprehensive ecosystem ever created for hydrogen project development, financing, and education. But before diving into what makes this platform revolutionary, it's essential to understand the staggering complexity that hydrogen professionals face every day. The hydrogen industry stands at an unprecedented crossroads. The technology has matured beyond pilot projects, policy frameworks are crystallizing worldwide, and capital markets are actively seeking viable opportunities. Yet the path from concept to commercial operation remains treacherous, littered with projects that failed not due to technological limitations, but because of inadequate feasibility analysis, insufficient financial modeling, or simply lack of access to critical intelligence. Consider the staggering variations that define hydrogen project economics. The levelized cost of hydrogen can range from as low as $1.85 per kilogram in resource-rich regions like Iceland to over $8.40 per kilogram in energy-constrained markets like Japan. This represents more than a 4x difference in production costs using identical technology, a variation driven entirely by location-specific factors including renewable resource quality, energy prices, labor costs, and policy incentives. Scale presents equally dramatic economics. A small 100 kilowatt electrolyzer system might produce hydrogen at approximately $12 to $13 per kilogram, while a massive 10 gigawatt facility can achieve costs around $2.50 per kilogram, a 5x improvement in unit economics purely through scale optimization. These aren't theoretical projections, they're mathematical realities that separate successful projects from those that never achieve financial close. The complexity extends beyond pure economics into intricate webs of technology selection, supply chain optimization, regulatory navigation, and financial structuring. Each component choice, from electrolyzer type to compression systems, from storage solutions to distribution infrastructure, creates ripple effects throughout the project's technical design and financial performance. Until now, analyzing these interdependencies required assembling teams of specialists, purchasing expensive databases, commissioning custom studies, and somehow integrating disparate sources of information into coherent investment cases. This is precisely where H2 Hub Premium transforms the landscape. Rather than forcing professionals to navigate dozens of fragmented resources, H2 Hub Premium integrates 5 critical capabilities into a single, seamlessly connected platform: advanced AI-powered modeling, comprehensive global intelligence, world-class education, professional-grade templates, and an exclusive community of industry practitioners. The platform's technical capabilities begin with AI-powered schematic generation that transforms basic project parameters into professional engineering diagrams within minutes. Users input fundamental specifications, target hydrogen output, power sources, electrolyzer capacity, storage requirements, and the system instantly produces detailed schematics showing all major components, process flows, and system interconnections. This isn't generic clip art, it's intelligent engineering that draws from vast databases of hydrogen system designs, automatically sizing components, calculating material balances, and ensuring no critical elements are overlooked. The AI understands that a 50 megawatts PEM electrolyzer might consist of 10 5 megawatt skids from specific manufacturers, that producing 5 tons of hydrogen daily requires approximately 250 megawatt hours of electricity assuming realistic efficiency levels, and that waste heat recovery might necessitate heat exchangers or cooling systems. Every component drawn connects to underlying cost and performance models, creating live diagrams that update instantly as design parameters change. Building on this foundation, the platform's global modeling capabilities transform location selection from guesswork into data-driven decision-making. The system integrates location-specific data for 31 regions and growing, incorporating satellite-derived renewable resource assessments, regional cost variations, local energy prices, and applicable policy incentives. The system doesn't simply apply generic assumptions, it optimizes renewable energy configurations for each specific location. In Morocco, the model might recommend a solar-heavy approach leveraging exceptional irradiance levels. In northern European locations, wind-dominated configurations might prove optimal. The platform automatically determines the ideal renewable mix, calculates realistic capacity factors, and accounts for seasonal variations that impact electrolyzer utilization. Regional cost adjustments reflect real-world market conditions. Electrolyzer capital costs might range from $620 per kilowatt to $960 per kilowatt across different markets due to labor rates, supply chain logistics, and import duties. Renewable energy costs show even greater variation, with solar installations in some countries costing half the global average. H2 Hub Premium incorporates these regional variations, ensuring calculated costs reflect actual market conditions rather than theoretical benchmarks. Policy integration adds another layer of sophistication. The platform automatically incorporates applicable incentives, from the U.S. Inflation Reduction Act's hydrogen production tax credits to European contracts for difference mechanisms. Users can toggle incentives on and off to quantify their impact on project economics, often revealing that policy support can shift hydrogen costs below $1 per kilogram in optimal scenarios. These geographic and policy considerations feed directly into comprehensive financial modeling that determines project success more often than technical feasibility. H2 Hub Premium's financial modeling engine calculates all critical metrics that stakeholders expect: levelized cost of hydrogen, internal rate of return, net present value, debt service coverage ratios, payback periods, and cash flow projections. The platform's LCOH calculations adhere to industry standard methodologies, incorporating capital expenditures, operating expenses, financing costs, and utilization factors. Users input financial assumptions including project life, debt equity ratios, interest rates, capital expenditure schedules, and operating cost projections. The system generates detailed pro forma cash flows and calculates key performance indicators in real time. Internal rate of return calculations reveal whether projects meet investor return thresholds. Net present value analysis enables comparison across alternative configurations or competing opportunities. Debt service coverage ratio calculations ensure projects can support projected financing structures, with the platform flagging scenarios where coverage falls below typical lender requirements. Sensitivity analysis capabilities allow users to test how key variables impact project performance. Varying electricity prices, electrolyzer efficiency, hydrogen selling prices, or capital costs instantly reveals which factors most significantly influence project viability. This analysis often reveals counterintuitive insights, that electricity costs typically drive 50 to 70% of hydrogen production costs, making power purchase agreements more critical than equipment negotiations. Supporting these analytical capabilities, H2 Hub Premium's component database represents the industry's most comprehensive repository of hydrogen equipment intelligence. The system tracks over 150 key components from nearly 90 global manufacturers across 31 countries, providing current pricing, technical specifications, and availability information. The database covers the complete hydrogen value chain: electrolyzers of all types, alkaline, PEM, solid oxide, renewable energy systems, compression equipment, storage solutions, purification systems, and distribution infrastructure. Each component entry includes technical specifications, capital costs, operating and maintenance requirements, efficiency ratings, and expected lifetimes. Real-time updates ensure the database reflects current market conditions. As new electrolyzer factories come online driving down costs, as steel price fluctuations impact storage tank expenses, or as new technology variants enter commercial markets, the platform incorporates these changes. Users modeling projects with current data rather than outdated assumptions. Component selection directly impacts project economics, often by margins that surprise newcomers. Choosing between alkaline and PEM electrolyzers involves trading lower capital costs against improved dynamic response capabilities. Selecting appropriate compression systems can mean the difference between efficient operations and energy waste that undermines project viability. H2 Hub Premium quantifies these trade-offs, enabling informed decision-making based on total system optimization rather than individual component costs. While technical and financial modeling provides the analytical foundation, H2 Hub Premium recognizes that successful hydrogen professionals need comprehensive education to navigate this complex industry effectively. The platform's educational foundation addresses the industry's critical knowledge gap through complete access to the Green Hydrogen Project Development and Financing course, a comprehensive 10-module program covering the entire project lifecycle from initial concept through commercial operation. The course modules progress logically through project development stages, feasibility assessment methodologies, technology selection criteria, site evaluation processes, permitting and regulatory compliance, environmental impact assessment, financial modeling techniques, risk analysis frameworks, offtake contract negotiation, project financing structures, and operational optimization strategies. Each module includes practical tools immediately applicable to real projects. Module templates include feasibility study outlines, permitting checklists, risk registers, financial model frameworks, and presentation templates specifically designed for hydrogen projects. These aren't academic exercises, they're working documents used by consultants and developers in actual transactions. The training library extends beyond the core course with specialized modules addressing emerging topics, advanced electrolyzer technologies, ammonia conversion and transport, international hydrogen trade mechanisms, and evolving regulatory frameworks across major markets. Content updates continuously as the industry evolves, ensuring subscribers access current intelligence rather than static information. Complementing the structured educational content, H2 Hub Premium's case study vaults provide unprecedented access to real-world project intelligence. Detailed analyses of actual hydrogen projects reveal financing structures, partnership arrangements, technology selections, regulatory approaches, and lessons learned from both successful projects and instructive failures. Case studies cover diverse project types across multiple geographies. Large-scale export projects like those planned for Australia and the Middle East demonstrate how developers structure international supply chains and offtake agreements. Industrial integration projects show how hydrogen production aligns with existing manufacturing operations. Mobility-focused developments reveal infrastructure requirements and utilization patterns for transportation applications. Each case study includes financial analysis, technical specifications, regulatory timelines, partnership structures, and risk mitigation strategies. This intelligence, previously available only through expensive consulting engagements, enables users to benchmark their own projects against proven development approaches. The Verified Project and Company database extends this intelligence across the global hydrogen landscape. Users can filter projects by capacity, location, developer, technology, financing structure, and development stage. The database enables competitive analysis, partnership identification, and market trend assessment based on actual project data rather than theoretical projections. Beyond education and intelligence, H2 Hub Premium provides extensive libraries of professional templates specifically designed for hydrogen project realities. These tools save weeks of development time while ensuring projects address hydrogen-specific requirements often missed by generic project management approaches. Feasibility study templates guide users through comprehensive project evaluation processes, incorporating technical, commercial, financial, and regulatory analysis frameworks. Permitting roadmaps highlight hydrogen-specific regulatory requirements across different jurisdictions, helping developers avoid costly delays and compliance issues. Offtake agreement templates reflect actual negotiation structures used in hydrogen transactions. Unlike generic power purchase agreements, these templates address hydrogen-specific considerations including quality specifications, delivery mechanisms, price indexation approaches, and force majeure provisions relevant to hydrogen supply chains. Financial model templates enable sophisticated analysis without requiring users to build complex spreadsheets from scratch. These models incorporate hydrogen-specific cost structures, operational patterns, and financing approaches while allowing customization for specific project parameters. Risk assessment frameworks help developers identify and quantify project risks across technical, commercial, regulatory, and financial dimensions. These tools enable proactive risk mitigation planning and support due diligence processes required for project financing. Recognizing that hydrogen project success often depends on collaboration and networking, H2 Hub Premium's professional community creates networking opportunities typically available only at expensive industry conferences. Premium subscribers access exclusive forums where developers, consultants, investors, and technology providers share insights, identify collaboration opportunities, and address common challenges. The community facilitates knowledge sharing across the hydrogen value chain. Equipment manufacturers share technology roadmaps and market insights. Project developers discuss site selection criteria and financing strategies. Investors explain evaluation criteria and deal structures. Consultants share analytical methodologies and lessons learned from client engagements. Roundtable discussions focus on specific topics relevant to current market developments. Sessions might address emerging electrolyzer technologies, international trade mechanism development, regulatory framework evolution, or financing market trends. These discussions provide intelligence and networking opportunities equivalent to premium conference programs. What distinguishes H2 Hub Premium from fragmented alternatives is the integration across all these capabilities. Educational content informs modeling assumptions. Real-world case studies validate financial projections. Component databases enable realistic cost estimation. Professional networks provide market intelligence and partnership opportunities. This integration eliminates the inefficiencies inherent in fragmented approaches. Rather than piecing together information from academic reports, consulting studies, vendor quotes, and conference presentations, users access comprehensive intelligence through a single interface. Learning feeds directly into application. Modeling is benchmarked against real project data. Analysis is contextualized by case studies and validated by professional networks. The platform evolves continuously as the hydrogen industry matures. New technologies are analyzed for their economic implications. Emerging market trends are incorporated into global modeling capabilities. Regulatory changes are translated into practical compliance guidance. Educational content is updated to reflect current best practices and market realities. This comprehensive approach represents more than technological advancement, it embodies a philosophical commitment to democratizing access to hydrogen intelligence and education. Historically, sophisticated hydrogen project analysis required expensive consulting engagements, proprietary databases, and exclusive industry networks. H2 Hub Premium makes these capabilities accessible to any serious hydrogen professional. This democratization accelerates industry development by enabling more professionals to contribute meaningfully to hydrogen project development. Engineers can access financial modeling capabilities previously available only to specialized consultants. Financial analysts can understand technical trade-offs typically known only to engineering teams. Investors can evaluate opportunities with the same tools used by leading developers. The platform levels competitive playing fields by providing smaller firms access to capabilities previously monopolized by large consultancies and corporations. Independent developers can analyze projects with the same sophistication as multinational energy companies. Regional consultancies can serve clients with tools comparable to global advisory firms. The hydrogen economy stands at its most critical juncture. The next decade will determine whether hydrogen achieves its potential as a cornerstone of global decarbonization or remains a niche application. Success depends on thousands of individual project decisions, each requiring sophisticated analysis, informed decision-making, and access to current market intelligence. H2 Hub Premium provides the tools, education, and networks necessary to make these decisions effectively. Whether developing first hydrogen projects, advising clients on market entry strategies, evaluating investment opportunities, or designing supportive policy frameworks, H2 Hub Premium accelerates professional capability development and improves decision-making quality. The hydrogen future emerges from collective professional effort rather than individual corporate initiatives. H2 Hub Premium supports this collaborative approach by providing shared access to intelligence, education, and analytical capabilities that enable more effective industry-wide development. For those ready to accelerate their hydrogen journey, H2 Hub Premium provides immediate access to capabilities that would otherwise require months to assemble independently and cost tens of thousands of dollars in consulting fees. For existing hydrogen professionals seeking to enhance their analytical capabilities and market intelligence, H2 Hub Premium offers immediate productivity improvements and competitive advantages. What would typically cost organizations hundreds of thousands of dollars to develop internally, comprehensive modeling tools, global databases, professional education, expert networks, and continuous updates, is now accessible for just $99.99 per month. This represents extraordinary value for the complete ecosystem of AI-powered modeling, world-class education, real-world case studies, professional templates, component databases, and exclusive networking opportunities. Click the YouTube links below to get started at only $99.99 per month for all the above features, networking, and continuous platform updates. Whether developing first hydrogen projects, advising clients on market strategies, evaluating investment opportunities, or designing policy frameworks, H2 Hub Premium accelerates professional capability development and improves decision-making quality at a fraction of traditional costs. The future is hydrogen. The future is collaborative. The future begins with H2 Hub Premium. Click the links below to join the hydrogen revolution today.